against all odds, take the deal.
That's right.
Take the deal, and then after you take the deal, know you have to sell records or you're gonna get fucking jerked. But you know what? We all get jerked. Even when it's a great deal in the beginning. If you sell records, you're gonna renegotiate that great deal. So who cares? Just get in with the right people that you think is gonna blow you up and is gonna be the thing. Forget that deal. And then once you get in and have the signed contract, work your ass off. Then after you work your ass off and you get up and you're this big success, walk into the thing after you sold your millions of copies and say, hey, you guys know you're gonna have to give me a new deal here, right? Guess what? They're all gonna say, yeah, we know. And they're gonna sit on at the table and you negotiate a new deal. Because they want another record and they know they jerked you. They know they jerked you. So the new deal, they're gonna still jerk you. How about this? They're gonna still jerk you, but you'll make a lot more money.
You gotta understand this. Dealing with the music business, there's not too many record labels that is black owned. Because to own a record label, you gotta own your masters, you gotta own your catalog. Russell Simmons is owned, Def Jam is owned by Universal. So if they blaming Russell for robbing them, they might as well blame Universal or Polygram because that's who owns it. First of all. And second of all, I mean, with my situation, if you look at when it was Death Row Records, yes, black owned, it was owned, but if you take the 60s, music business started in the 60s, in the 50s. It never was a black record label. The minute it became a black record label, that's when everybody started saying, you're getting a messed up deal if you're on a black label. I think it's real wrong. Astra is a record label that owned LaFace. LaFace had an artist, Tony Braxton, went bankrupt. TLC went bankrupt. Nobody said anything. Death Row Records have artists who was household names who never had a record out.
Sure,
and nobody went bankrupt.
Absolutely. No,
Isn't Snoop who...
Everyone's suing everybody.
Well, one of the things you got, well, some of the guys is what you call, you got to be educated. If you don't know how to read and write, educate is the key. Even if the kids are listening, you got to know how to read. If somebody give you a contract, read it. Just don't understand, comprehend what you signing. That's the most important thing. But see, a lot of guys think if you give them $10, they think it's a free $10.
Yo, 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 it's Big Ant, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in real quick on Meek Mill going off on Atlantic Records. And I put them two clips in the beginning. I'm going to have the links in the description box to kind of give y'all a structure of what the music business really is from people who really came from the culture and came from the lifestyle of what this music business is when it comes to rap. Now, I want to put that out there in the terms of, we just heard recently how YoungBoy called out Atlantic Records and said what he had to say about him never receiving a YouTube check. And he's one of the top streamed and top viewed artists on YouTube, period. Even to the level where YoungBoy even went to the Google thing at one time because I think he was the most searched on Google, the solid fan base, but never directly received his YouTube check. The label gets it. He don't even know what they make off of it, and they just cut him a percentage of it. And we know that percentage is very small. Meek Mill case, we seen Meek Mill jump in the game, and I'm going to read the tweets in a second. 10 years ago, really, at this point, to where he had a name and was going up, going crazy, dropped a lot of hit records, been a face in this game, been a factor. But on the music business side, not the music, the business side, he doesn't own the music. We take these deals as a culture because niggas is ready to get out the streets. They looking at the opportunity. I can get out the hood, I get off the block, I get off the corner, and I can change my family life, and it works. These things do happen. But once you start getting older, your mind open up, you start seeing, well, damn, I ain't really getting what I was supposed to be getting, or I want to see the paperwork now. I want to see the breakdown in percentages. But guess what? The label is not going to have that for you. What they're going to have for you is, hey, you signed this contract. None of these contracts are just black and white. They all have gray areas, and they're not designed for you to win. Like Irv Gotti said, you're going to get jerked. You're gonna get jerked. That's a part of it. A lot of people gonna say they wouldn't sign a deal or I wouldn't have signed no deal. You say that now, but it's 17, 18, 19, 20. You fresh off the block. You going through things in life. You need money. They putting this 100,000 advance in front of you. We gonna do this. We gonna do that. You probably gonna sign that deal and take advantage of that opportunity because you feel like this is what I've been waiting on my whole life. To get the exposure, to get the shine on. So I'm going to read some of Meek Mill tweets and everything where he said, hey, So look, I made Atlantic Records hundreds of millions and let them rate me out of, you know, Meek Mill be just tweeting and don't really be proofreading and everything, but it's all good. Roddy, an artist they came to me about in jail. They still saying I can't drop music until 9 months after my last album. Got blackballed, just rap building, and Nina art with talent. Roddy, my youngest still, but that label separated us instantly when the millions came in from him. Same thing they tried to do with me and Rose. It takes a long time to catch up too because most of them tied in for the love of money. Artists scared to speak up. They didn't put nothing into Expensive Pain and then said I can't drop another project for 9 months at the end of my contract after I made them hundreds of millions. How can anybody survive that? Most rappers can't speak because they depend on these companies. I don't. Now, I'm going to put the other tweets up so y'all can just read them as we go along if y'all want to pause it or anything. He basically saying that the record label and the music business is shitty, which we already know this, fam. If you just start getting older in life, you start realizing the concept of business, period, is really designed, it's a monopoly game. It's designed for somebody at the top to win and the other people, if you could get to climb the ladder, go up, chip more pieces off, more power to you. But the chances are of you getting what you just do are really old. You really don't get that most of the time unless you're working for yourself or unless you're working for somebody who playing fair, and that is rare as a motherfucker in this game today. It is what it is. So when I look at Meek Mill's situation with Roddy Ricch, I personally wouldn't expect other rappers to speak up, bro, because we don't own this culture. We create this culture. We come with the sounds. We come with the format. We come with the beats. We come with the engineering. We come with the image. But us not owning it on paper, that's why you will never see a unionized thing in the rap culture. You will never see rappers stick together and go on strike and say, you know what, none of us gonna drop music because somebody in their situation is happy. Somebody in their situation feel like, hey, I'm making enough. I'm not really tripping. But we've seen multiple times over these years, as of lately. Look at Big Sean. Look at the producer Hit Boy. Look at the NBA Youngboy, as I said earlier. And we see time and time again, these rappers was not getting paid by these record labels and everything, but the record labels are making big hundreds of M's off of them. Understand the business side. Business ain't fair. Business gonna be business. The thought process of business being fair is gotta go case by case. Because back in the day, they felt that the slave trade was fair business. It's fair for me to own you as a human, get out here in the field, pick cotton, work, slave, drop out babies for me to work, and I'm gonna put them through the same process. That was business. They called that fair business. You got to know, anytime you're doing business, go in there, have everything understood, get it read and all that, man. Shout out to Meek Mill, he just dropped a new track. I'm rocking with it, man. The Freestyle 1128, he been doing this thing. Meek Mill, OG in this game at this point, as far as how long he lasted in the game. 10 years, that's like almost impossible for an artist. So we'll stay tapped in on it. We got more videos coming, more everything, man. 1000. Stay on your pivot for shit show.